Hello, Mark Donegan, self-healing practitioner and educator. I want to talk a little about, well, I'm going to probably talk a lot about self-healing. It takes a lot. Whenever you say self-healing, because first of all, everybody's like, what does that mean? Well, it means a whole lot of things. Um, we're having a training course in August, September of this year. It's an intensive training course, which means, you know, at least 8 hours a day, probably class, and longer with your classmates, day in and day out for about 2.5 to 3 weeks, with maybe a day or two off in the middle. That's the way it's set up. I think it's set up appropriately to for the to begin the training a self-healing practitioner. During that training, you become a certified massage therapist. There's no certification in California. You get well over 100 hours, which used to be the minimum for a certification. Self-healing is much, much more than that. It takes many years to become a practitioner. You have to do this first part one, and then you have to do a part two, and then you have to apprentice. And I just came off a trip from San Francisco, and self-healing. I'm extremely compromised, and all of us practitioners are. And I want to talk a little about us practitioners and the work of self-healing, because sometimes that gets lost in the name of Mir Schneider and the person that's put onto the school that I went to or the method that I studied. Well, it's not about Mir Schneider, and it's not his method. And everybody that's ever trained under him in any capacity has the basic self-healing tools that he did develop and put together and write down in a coherent manner, which is why I still work for and follow the school for self-healing. There are many aspects of the school. There's the school, there's the center, and there's the foundation. So again, complexities of self-healing, complexities of the teacher, complexities of the school, complexities of the work. That's what it's all about. Massage in itself is a nuanced work, very nuanced work. And so are each and every practitioners in their own gifted areas. Like Boss Man, vision will always be his because that's always going to be his struggle. The same with the other practitioners that have their vision issues, but also have, as they found during the process, other body issues that coincided with their vision. Everything is connected. So, self-healing can mean a lot of things. And again, we're having a training coming up, a 3-week training. It's a one-of-a-kind, maybe the last one ever of its kind under Boss Man. Highly recommend it. There's only one and only of each of us. We're so individualized. It's just incredible. And, that's when I relate to you after, just having coming back from the center and not even had that much contact with my other practitioners, just being there in their energy where they had been and practiced and trained and still practicing and training. It's incredibly inspiring. People to spend that much of their life going after working on themselves and then stop and continue the process and turn around and help. It takes a lot. It takes a lot. Like I said, I just came off a trip. Physically, I'm expended. It's also, again, self-healing. When I'm standing on the streets and I'm out on the streets and about anywhere that I go, people look at me and they think that I'm completely fine and normal. Of course, people don't walk around with an MRI in their brain. And people that know me know quite differently. And that I probably, most of them know I struggle for every step. But there's always a way through. And I was thinking about, and I've been thinking about a lot, some of the inspirational leaders that my friends follow, and they're very great for most people, but they can be very harsh in the terms that they work with themselves and others. And I am too. It's all who you relate to. But self-healing, when though people may pick up a harshness from me, because that's what I have to do when I confront in certain times. But my actual work is to find the ease for that person in life and in their movement. Basically, that's my training, is to look at their body, which I'm good at reading, and then finding a corresponding movement that will bring ease to their life. And the same with massage. So, yeah, with these inspirational leaders that like to push you through hard things with more hardness, I just want to remind everyone as a last thing here, it doesn't always work. You have a limit. Everyone does. Everyone has an expiration date. Everyone can push too far and break themselves. And a lot of these people just have not met their limits yet. So again, in self-healing, we look for, and I haven't found my answers yet. I'm a work in progress. We all are, all of us practitioners. If we're any good, we'll admit that. We are a work in progress. We have not conquered our demons, and you don't conquer these things. You learn to live with them. Again, self-healing. And today, coming back so broken and just really dragging my left leg, I can barely feel the thing, and nobody wants to hear these things from me. You can see the scoliosis on my left side, that I'm curved way over, and nobody wants to address this shit. And it's probably like your issue. Nobody really freaking cares, right? Self-healing. We care. We look. I look through my day. How do I get through the next step? And, you know, yeah, I do it for myself now, but I'm always retaining that so that I can give that to the next person, like I'm trying to do now. You know, here this guy is with a backpack on, dragging a little dolly full of weight with a cane, bobbing along, and nobody's going to help him, and nobody cares that he's about to fall over, figuring his way, you know, from one city to the next on public transportation. And I literally took, what do we figure, 6 buses today. And that was before like noon, you know? So again, self-healing is not about the hardness of that trip, or somebody thinking about, oh God, the guy did 6 buses. I did 6 buses, but I did it properly. I did it with ease and joy, and I had fun along the way. I really did, and I wasn't totally wrapped into my pain, though obviously pretty much every second I was having to breathe into it and move with it and figure my way how to stay on my feet. I don't know, somebody literally said that today. How do you stay on your feet? And I was like, I don't even really know, other than, you know, self-healing techniques of ease and breathing and the mindfulness of, you know, being in the moment. I can have my pain and I can multitask and I can be engaging somebody, which is a joyful thing at the same time. That's my medicine. Yeah, a lot of people, you've got to acknowledge when you get your medicine, whether it's you walk to the kitchen and you got some movement medicine, or you talk to some people and you've got some interaction medicine and some spiritual medicine, some energy medicine. Okay. Yeah, that's really self-healing. When we get the energy, you know, energy is when I came into the work, that's all I was all about. In fact, all of my first business cards were a big star, a neutron star. There's a whole story behind the neutron star, but anyways, it's about energy. Neutron star is one of the most energetic things that known to in the known universe. And energy is something you create within your spirit. It's not within the body, or actually even the mind. I mean, you use the mind to tap the spirit into your body. So, okay, this is my video for today, because I missed yesterday. So I was a bad boy. I got to do like 2. I've missed 2. This 100-day thing's killing on me.